What's up? I'm back, bitches. And yeah, I am back. It's been a while. But fuck it. Still ready to go. I ain't going nowhere. I'm still grinding, Still grinding every day. And I'm back here. Never been better. Ready to kill it. All right. What we got here is the... Screwing up already. I need more speed. This is a Python exercise. And it's going to be done from Codewars, of course. These are all Codewars pretty much. Write a function that will take in an array and reverse it. Sounds simple, doesn't it? And yeah, it is pretty simple. Reverse an array? How hard is that, right? And actually in Python it's going to be a list. But we got some restrictions, homie. The array should be reversed in place. So you're not going to call a function that's going to return a list. The usual built-ins have been deactivated. Do not count on them. And you'll have to do it fast enough, so think about performances. Really, the key thing here is that you're not going to be able to use a reverse function for the list. And it's got to be reversed in place. So really, you just have to do an algorithm to reverse the list. And, there are some out there, and I'm going to employ, I guess, what I think is kind of a basic, simple one. And I guess I can just detail it right now before I even get into the code. So I'll detail it now, and then you'll see it when the code happens. So let's say we got a list. And of course the idea here is reversal. Let's say we got a list. Let's just go consecutive. Consecutive images. Yeah, that's enough. I've got this list and I want to reverse it in place, meaning I want to reverse it without creating a new list. It's very easy to take a list and copy it to a new list in reverse. Not going to do that. I'm going to reverse it in place, which really means swapping elements. So here's what I'm going to do. The algorithm, and you may have seen this before, is you find the midpoint of the list, and then you create indices, I guess you could say, at the beginning, at the end, and you swap indices as you move the indices inward. For example, you find the midpoint. 3 here is going to be the midpoint, of course. This is obvious because there's going to be 2 on each side. Of course, there's a formula for finding the midpoint that's pretty damn simple. So you find the midpoint, and then I said create 2 indices. Let's create I here at the beginning and J here at the end. What we're going to end up doing is I will move forward and J will move backwards, and I's going to move forward by 1, J's are going to move backward by 1, and as you move forward and backward, you're going to swap elements. So I is going to be at 0, and then J is going to be the length minus 1, basically. The length of the list minus 1. And let's kind of play this out. And actually, before I play it out, I'll let you know that we're going to loop, of course, and the limit, or the end of the loop, is going to be the midpoint. So really, I is going to loop until it hits the midpoint. Once it's at the midpoint, all the swapping is going to be done. So let's take this under advisement here and let's run it out. So we start with I being 0 and J being the end. So we do a swap. 1 and 5 get swapped. So then the list after the step 1 is going to be 5, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's after 1 swap. And then I and J move inward. I goes here and J goes here. And then we swap the 2 and the 4. So then after that we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there's the magic, folks. Actually, it is already reversed. And of course I'm looping till I get to the midpoint. on the next turn, I would have been at the midpoint, which is 3. So this is your swapped or your reversed list. And that's really the algorithm. It is midpoint, put I at the beginning and J at the end. I goes up, J goes down, and they go down, up and down by 1 each turn. And as we iterate, we do a swap. So swap these, then swap these two, and then you're done. So quick kind of run through without a heck of a lot of visual aid, but hopefully you'll get it, and hopefully you'll understand when I dive into that code. Let's get it. Let's get it, folks. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm kind of forgetting how I do these videos. So yeah, back to the point here is a simple reversal of a Python list. And let me increase the size here a little bit. And again, I'm doing it in place because I can't use any of these convenience functions that they have in Python to do the reversal. And here is telling you some stuff you can't do. You can't do slicing. You can't create an empty list and no list comprehensions and blah, 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 reversal. Like, yeah, you can't use any convenience stuff. And also, I figured this out. When you actually do this exercise, you got to get rid of this comment. Like it says here. Remove this comment, otherwise your code cannot pass the anti-cheat test. All right, so we got to remove that. All right, let's get this code going, folks. Got places to be, things to do, whatever. I'm doing something right now. Stop bothering me, G. Okay, I'm going to find the midpoint of the list, and seek or seq is going to be the list that is incoming. So really, it's going to be the length of the list divided by 2. Whoops, not W. Because yeah, you take any take any length divided by 2. That's going to be your midpoint, and I'll leave the explanation on that. You guys can try to figure that out on your own, but that's going to give you the midpoint of the list. And then we are going to loop until we hit that midpoint. But first we have to set up our I and J. So we got I 0. Like I said, I is going to start at the beginning. J is going to start at the end of the list. The last valid index, which is the length minus 1. And again, the I and J, they're going to go, let me illustrate here again for you. I is going to go forward, J is going to go backward, and for each iteration, the elements at I and J are going to be swapped. And eventually, once I gets to 1 before the middle, they're going to be swapped. So let's play this out. And so the condition of the while loop is going to be while I is less than the midpoint. Looks like I said, I is going to the midpoint. And here is going to be the swap. And in Python, you got this cool swapping notation that makes it really easy to do the swap. You may be aware of the classic swapping algorithm where if you need to swap 2 things, you're going to use a third variable to hold one of the values. Well, in Python, you can kind of sidestep that by doing what I think is a pretty cool swapping syntax. And it looks like this. That's it, where it's like you put basically your beginning set of things, and then on the other side of the equal sign, you're going to put really the reverse, and the effect is going to be swapping. It's like the element at index I is going to become the element at index J. Element at index J is going to become the element at index I. So this notation is the same as doing that kind of 3-step classic swapping algorithm, but this does it in a simpler syntax. So I like it, and you'll like it too. So that does the swap, and then I'm going to increment I by 1 and decrement j by 1, because as you see, I forward, j backwards. Wanna remember that. And folks, this is it, because the swapping happens in place. So I don't need to return anything like the instruction said. Sequence is going to come in, or SAQ is going to come in, this list. Come in, I swap it, and it'll be swapped. No need to return it. So that is it, and that is all. And I run this. And we go, we see, we run, folks. What do we got? What do we got? That passed. And that passed. Correctamundo. Happy, happy, joy, joy. So yep, I'm back, and you'll hear from me again soon. You may not see me very much, but you'll see pictures at least on this currently faceless channel. But I'm back, and I'll